Cool, cool. Well, welcome to your capital. Welcome to your office. Thank you for coming to visit.
국회의사당 구경 너무 잘했고 Thank you so much for showing us great capital here.
Yes, absolutely. Enjoy it.
자, 이번에는 정말 굉장히 제가 특별하다는 이야기를 많이 해서 혹시 여러분 눈치채셨을지 모르겠는데 아마 눈치를 못 채셨을 것 같은데 한국과 아주 깊은 연관이 있으신 분입니다. 한국하고 어떻게 연관이 있는지 Can you explain about your,
Yeah. So my mom was born in South Korea, and my dad was serving in the army and stationed in South Korea, and so he did tours on the DMZ. And they met while they were in Korea, got married in Korea, and then came back to Texas after they got married. And I was born in Grand Prairie,
here in Texas.
Fort Bend County, or Fort Worth area, Tarrant County, and grew up in Arlington. And so seventh generation Texan on my dad's side. It was way back to the beginning of Texas. And then on my mother's side, I'm a Korean immigrant. And so I understand the American dream. I understand both sides of having deep-rooted love for this state and country, and what people come to Texas for, what people come to the U.S. for. I love it.
Do you speak Korean or understand Korean?
I went to Korea
for
a summer program back in 2003, I think it was. Right in there, it was. I went to Ewha Women's University.
이화여대 어학당을 가셨구나. So you learned Korean from woman.
Yes, that's right.
이화 woman.
So I took business classes there. I had it was with college, and then I learned Korea then, and don't speak it very often, and so I lost a lot of it.
Can you
so 안녕하세요, 감사합니다. Yeah, that's right.
Little more.
화장실.
화장실?
Yeah.
중요한 거네요. 화장실. So did you like
물
Korea?
주세요.
물 주세요.
Yeah, I know. Basics.
Yeah. Did you like Korea?
I did. I'm hoping to try and visit again this year before the next session. That's my goal. Waiting for COVID to calm down so we can go. Yeah.
How was your childhood? Because your mother was very special, mom. How was your mom?
It was funny growing up. So we'd always have two meals. We'd have a Korean meal.
Oh, really?
And then a white meal, American meal. And so we'd have.
What did you like?
So
what did you like?
I love the Korean food. Kimchi,
Really?
bulgogi and galbi are my favorite.
bulgogi, galbi.
Yes, Korean barbecue all the time. And so, but no, learned a lot of the Korean traditions. Growing up, I remember going to elementary school and opening up and having kimchi and rice, and all the other kids smelling the kimchi for the first time. And,
at the time,
yes, and then learning to bow at the when receiving awards.
That's why you saw me and then 안녕하세요.
Yes. Yeah, and so a lot of those traditions growing up, I definitely got from my mom's side. Yeah.
So you like the old Korean tradition and.
Yes,
culture.
Yes.
What do you think about K-wave is now growing in America? Do you feel it? And how are you proud of?
Yes, I remember growing up. My mom they would take us to Plano, Texas, for where the Korean video stores were, and we'd get boxes full of the VHS so they could watch the Korean dramas.
어머니가 약간 저랑 비슷해. Very similar to me.
Yes, okay. And so now they can just go online and get it. And so I think that has helped with the craze that's going on for K-dramas, for K-pop, and just the Korean community or culture coming into Texas especially. I don't know if you know, so Texas is very diverse, but Fort Bend County where I live is the most diverse county in the entire country.
Oh, really?
And so it has almost the same even split between Asian, Black, Hispanic, and white. And so we have a good Asian community there as well. But the diversity of Texas, I think it's not known by many people. But we have a big Asian community here that's strong and very involved in our community, and I think that helps with K-drama and K-pop to really to build here.
So you're proud that you're half Korean, as a Korean?
Yes. I'm proud of both sides. It's a huge opportunity to just have that perspective of both seventh generation Texan and the new immigrant, son of an immigrant story, and so
childhood. I'm kind of want to know because you're the now leader of the politicians, and how become a leader. I mean, you were always leader of your colleagues or.
No, I mean,
really?
growing up, I wasn't the kid that got along with many people. I usually sat in the back of the room.
Really?
Yes. No. A lot of this happened. This was not part of my plan. My original plan was to kind of be in the background. I was actually a staffer for a number of years before deciding to run for office.
Oh, really?
And so, yeah,
How
I'm
you
kind of an
became-
introvert. I don't like attention and all that. Really? Yes, really.
So, what kind of dream you have as a politician? I mean,
So we have an election in November,
yeah,
and so
yeah.
I'm hoping to just win re-election.
Oh, you wanna win
and
it.
then come back and we want to fix more stuff with education. We want to make sure that we're doing good for our children, make sure they have good education, so we can get good jobs and build businesses and do all that. We want to make sure our communities are safe. There's a lot of goals that I still have to accomplish in the Texas legislature that I hope that we're able to accomplish this next year.
well, maybe this is kind of, I don't know, rude question, but can you tell me your salary here as a House of Representative, or is it secret?
No, it's all public record.
Oh, really?
And so as a Texas legislature, we make $600 per month.
$600
$7,200 per year.
Really?
Yes. So it's more of a volunteer role still. If you're running for a state legislature, you're typically very invested in making sure that you're doing good for the community. It's a service thing.
It's not for money or something.
No,
Oh.
for Texas legislature, we're pretty volunteer still. So I get health insurance through this as well, and so I write a check to the state for this job
Oh.
because insurance costs more than the salary.
Oh my God.
And so, but it's okay. That's not why I'm doing it. It's an opportunity to
Thank you
serve
for your
people, and so
service. Good service.
I enjoy it.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for your interview and gift for you.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. This is
Okay.
like. Oh, you can open it.
Oh, I can open it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
This,
Good.
yeah.
Thank you.
너무 오늘
Alright.
감사해가지고 이렇게 인터뷰 해주셔가지고 제가 이렇게 사왔는데 좋아하실지 모르겠습니다. You like it?
Oh,
It's
this
like
is-
wall
this is
screen. You
amazing.
like
This
it?
is awesome.
You like it?
I love that. It's beautiful. That is so
It's
cool.
like Korean style, like
Yes.
paintings and you like it?
Oh, I like it a lot.
Oh.
This is very nice.
For decoration,
Very
for
nice.
decoration.
Yes,
You can
thank
decoration
you.
here.
Yes. Love it.
Oh,
I
good.
should put this right here.
예, 병풍을 제가 이렇게 한국적인 걸 좋아하신다 그래서 한번 사와봤습니다. And one more?
That's awesome. Yes, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
This is like
Very
pearl,
nice.
Korean style. It's like jewelry box.
Jewelry box.
Yeah,
Good,
jewelry
good,
box. Yeah.
Very nice. Very good. Thank you.
Yeah.
My message to everyone is just, here in Texas, here in America, you have an opportunity to influence your government, to be a part of the political system, and so exercise your vote. That's a big thing. We really need more people, especially in the Korean American community, to get engaged and vote in our elections. And then hopefully someday you'll run for office, and when you do, I hope that you take it seriously and embrace the opportunity to help your community and make Texas the great state that it is and should be, and it's there for future generations to enjoy the freedoms and liberties that we have here. Korea fighting, go USA!